What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Vanguard Growth ETF with the ticker symbol VUG. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So it looks like we are pulling back in the market and correcting, and possibly in the form of two legs. You can see that this would be the first leg down, and then there was a correction up, and now we are in the process of making the second leg, and the target for the price is the $300 level or the $299 level. So that's where I believe VUG is headed. Could go lower, or we could stop from here and continue to trend higher, but as of right now, I'm pretty strongly believing that we will reach this $300 level. Also, because if I zoom out on the chart, you can see that there is a spike in channel in play. So this ETF is very similar to the S&P 500. Usually these large ETFs are similar to the S&P 500. So you can see that every time we come up to the lower side of the channel, we get a bounce. And once we reach the upper side, we find resistance and go to the lower side. You can see this has been happening for quite a long time, pretty much since mid 2020. You can see that if we're at the upper side of the channel, we go to the lower side. If we're at the upper side of the channel, we go to the lower side. If we're at the upper side of the channel, we go to the lower side most of the time. You can see that we are almost near it, and that's exactly where the measured move is. So there's a high probability that we'll reach this target, and maybe even a little bit more, just because there are some gaps that could potentially be filled that the market created on this move up. And maybe this time we'll get a break of the channel. So the selling might be harsher than previously, just because there's also a measured move that is hit. You can see that this would be the first leg up for the market, and this is the second leg. So this is the kind of like the same measured move we saw on Adobe, the video I just put out today. So if you haven't seen that one, watch that one, and you can see I did the same measured move, and you can see that this target was hit and we're getting a correction. The only difference is that Adobe's was harsher, and this one's also pulling back. So you can see once the measured move is hit, we usually see a correction in the prior in the form of two legs, and that's what we're getting right now. So even if we do pull back to the high $200 levels or the low $300 levels, I still see a retest of these highs. There's a very, very low possibility that we will just start a downtrend from here and continue to trend lower. Usually when we get a break outside the channel, we make a retest of the previous highs and even exceed it. And especially in this very strong uptrend, you can see that's a nice 45-degree angle. Prices are making higher highs, higher lows. The EMA is pointing up, and most of the price bars are above it. So it's a very strong uptrend. So there's a very, very low possibility that we will just continue down after we get a break of the channel, and that's if we do. So I can still see a all-time high for this ETF in the future, even if we do continue to trend lower. So other than that, that's all I have for the daily chart. Maybe eventually we will get a bigger correction in place. If I were to do a Fibonacci retracement, let's do it from the lows to the highs. You can see that usually sometimes a trend will get a 50% or even a 61% retracement, so that would bring it down quite far down, but maybe we won't get that far down, maybe to the 236 level, because it's a strong trend. So we don't have to see a big correction, but eventually I think we might see a reset, kind of like a correction, just for the market to take a break, because it's been going up and up. But as of right now, it doesn't look like we will get that big correction. As of right now, it looks like we might just get that small correction to the lower side of the channel, right where this measured move is, and possibly just continue to trend higher. And even if we do overshoot it and get a break of this channel, I still expect retests to the highs. So let's go and take a look at the weekly chart to wrap it all up. So you can see that on the weekly chart that this ETF is just straight up bull. Been in a bull market for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. You can see that we have not even broken through the EMA once since May of 2020.
and we continue, come back to retest it and get a bounce. So as of right now, looks like the market is testing it, but maybe this time we will get that break, just because all the indicators are telling me that we can continue lower, just temporary, before continuing higher. So maybe this time we'll get that break outside of this EMA. But if we don't, then this market is very bullish, and we might just continue trend higher from as of right now. So it looks like it's creating some type of bullish pattern, but we'll have to see how this week progresses, because Monday was not a good start. But other than that, that's all I have for the Vanguard Growth ETF. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised at what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver good content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.